Okay. So some people are saying they like kind of when I tell some behind the scenes stories.
Yeah, it's
Fox News. People were not happy about it at MSNBC. I'll tell you that. But I think I've told this story before. Do you guys know this story? Then we have to go, and we will see you tonight with Ash Wednesday about when I met Clint Eastwood.
No.
Okay.
You got it. Clint Eastwood.
So I will tell you this.
Big fella.
I've met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
And this is just sort of an amount of the two different times, but both interactions, actually there were technically 3 interactions, were very Clint Eastwoody. So let me preface this by saying, I think you guys know we've had some celebrities in studio.
Yeah,
We obviously have celebrities on Skype. It's sort of an innate quality I have in that I don't tend to get intimidated by celebrity. You can call that being on the spectrum because I pretty much just treat them as I treat most people in this room. That being said, there is a certain level of celebrity and fame with which I'm no longer comfortable, and that basically is like Clint Eastwood, Spielberg, and Tom Hanks. Like, that's it, pretty much.
And the way you treat people in this room is with total disdain.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Which was my instinct with Clint Eastwood. Like, I was like, hey, I loved you in any which way but loose.
Look at Wade finally warming up here and starting to throw some jabs. A little late, Wade.
Sorry. I
like
meant
you,
any
Gerald.
which way you can. Because I believe that the Orangutans performance was more impressive in the sequel. For anyone who hasn't seen that film, Any Which Way But Loose, it's Clint Eastwood street fighting. It's Clint Eastwood as a street fighter, and there's a motorcycle gang called the Black Widows, and they're the most inept, pussified motorcycle gang. Like, quick, get the bikes! And like some guy pokes them over with a pool cue, and they all fell down. Like, oh no!
Like the wild hogs.
My meth was in there.
Is this like a PG comedy? Is that?
Just,
I don't know what this is.
And there's an orangutan named Clyde.
Oh,
great.
But he's like a Kato, where he goes into the barn and the orangutan just like comes in. He's like, "Oh, Clyde, they're wrestling." I'm like, "That's not how an orangutan surprises you. He rips off your face because he was sitting in a lazy boy with a bottle of Xanax, red wine, and a clicker." Okay,
that's serious business every time.
What's up
not
with
a
the
joke.
'90s in like monkey buddy cop movies? Like,
Don't
what is up with
you
that?
criticize it because I want to see them making a comeback.
Right.
Cop and a Half with Burt
I want
Reynolds,
the orangutans back. Dang it.
K9 with
What's his name?
Jim Belushi, as I like to call him, the better Belushi.
Ouch.
Oh, that's a hot take.
When it comes to Belushis, they can't all be Jims.
Yes, they can.
Let it be slow. Let it be slow.
I hate all that you are. So we're at this gathering, I will say this, of conservatives in Hollywood. Sort of it's not really a secret anymore, but it was a secret organization at the time. Okay? We're just conservatives, sort of like
Skull and
Alcoholics
Bones?
Anonymous for conservatives in Hollywood. And I'm looking at a table,
Illuminati.
and at this table is Clint Eastwood, Gary Sinise, John Voight, David Mamet.
Wow.
And there were a few other people, but those are the ones that really stuck out. Obviously, like Mamet, and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, I'm going to go sit. I'm like at table 64. But Andrew Breitbart was the one who brought me in. This was in 2009 when I was at PJTV, and Andrew says, "No, Steven, come over. You're going to sit with me. Have you met Gary?" I'm like,
Wow.
So I go there. So I'm sitting at a round table, keep in mind, with Gary Sinise, John Voight, Clint Eastwood. And Gary, turned out, he's been on the show. Very, very nice. Like, he's the sweetest man alive, Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a nicer person. Yeah. The kind of person, Kelsey Grammer was at the table too, I should say. He's also very nice.
Yeah.
But I knew that because my mother had worked with him a long time ago at the Just for Laughs. He was nice. Brett Butler was Satan. Beelzebub, at least. Satan's a little too far. I don't want to be hyperbolic.
Right next to him.
So I'm sitting at a chair, I got Andrew Breitbart, Gary Sinise, and we're talking. So Gary Sinise is cross-talking across Andrew with me, like pretty loud. But Clint is there, and he clearly has no idea because he doesn't even know that I'm alive. And I'm kind of looking for my spot, and I don't find it. So then later he kind of walks on over to the bar, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. And I'm like, oh, wait, I need money for the bar. At this point, I was very poor.
Right, yeah.
And he's talking with someone, and I never want to be that guy who takes up too much time. So he's at the bar. He gives the guy some cash, which I can only assume was like $100 bill wadded up. And he turns around, and I just said, he turned around into me.
Yeah.
And then he just looked at me and said, "Hi, I'm Clint." I was like,
Yes.
Oh, that's
okay.
nice. Of course.
And that was it.
Okay.
And then later that night, they would all stand up like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm a producer. Hi, I'm Gary Sinise.
Right.
You know me."
Right.
And you all have to
Mice
introduce
and
yourself because a
men.
lot of people are just writers, producers,
Yeah.
part-time actors, comedians. And then Clint Eastwood stands up when you have to introduce yourself, because everyone, it's like Alcoholics Anonymous, everyone's on the same footing.
Yeah.
And Clint Eastwood stands up, he goes, "Hi, I'm Clint Eastwood, former mayor of Carmel."
It's a great joke. That's good.
It's a great
That's
joke.
great.
And I'm sure everybody busted out
And then
laughing.
when
yeah.
it's not a joke, he went over to my, I believe my friend Alex later, and he
yeah.
was telling me about this, but I wasn't there. But he was playing on his iPhone. He was like playing. At this point, I don't know what it might have been, like Flappy Bird or whatever.
Snake. Yeah.
And Clint Eastwood he was walking, right? So picture Clint Eastwood. I'll just do it rolling here. He's walking, and he sees Alex over here. So he's walking, and he stops, and he looks at Alex, and looks at Alex, and he goes. Like he's disgusted. You know, like you could see on his face that he was saying like these kids in their video, you know, but he just hey, did you rescue the princess? And it just shatters your soul.
Yeah.
Oh, Clint Eastwood
Yeah.
has no respect for me.
The great Clint Eastwood,
The great
yeah,
Clint
has
Eastwood.
taken out my soul.
Former mayor of Carmel. So
awesome.
I can't
I love
say
it.
anything bad. He's a little standoffish, but he was when he said, I'm
Sure.
Clint. Like
Yeah,
he needs
yeah.
to. It's great. The guy had a great sense of humor. He seemed pretty sharp, and I'm pretty grateful that I got to meet him.